We are joined today by Nina Bhanot, top 20 RE/MAX realtor in Texas, and Dr. Mike Waldrip, Superintendent of Schools of Frisco Independent School District. Frisco ISD is one of the fastest growing school districts in the nation. It is highly sought after by families moving or relocating to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Thank you both so much for being on The American Dream today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, my first question then is, how should people evaluate an ISD and if it's a good fit for them? And what makes Frisco ISD so attractive to buyers?
That's actually a question I get a lot from my clients. They ask what makes Frisco ISD so popular. And I thought, who better to bring in than the person leading the charge, the superintendent of Frisco ISD. So, Mike, why do you think that is?
Well, first of all, Frisco is a very attractive place to live. We have a unique partnership with the city of Frisco, and we always have. We've worked hand in hand as this community's grown and developed. And we like to say a lot of times that what's good for the city is good for the school district, and vice versa. I think we have really great schools. The city itself has a lot to offer, so it's just a really good place to live.
What are some of the challenges that come with the fast growth that Frisco is experiencing?
I know for the residents of Frisco that I've talked to, one of the challenges that they've talked about is they move to a specific area or location because it's zoned to a specific school, and then sometimes it may get rezoned. So sometimes they're concerned about that. How does the Frisco ISD deal with the rezoning that sometimes occurs?
Yeah, well, rezoning is probably one of the things that we look forward to the least, because we usually have to do something with rezoning every year because we've grown so rapidly as a school district. And we've got a model where we try to keep our schools small. We try to keep neighborhood schools so it's easy to access. But as you can imagine, as rapidly as we grow, those schools tend to fill up. And we have to build new buildings. And then when we build those new buildings, we have to do some rezoning to best use our facilities and to take care of the overcrowding. But we like to think, and we do think, that all our schools are really good schools. And in the moment, people sometimes get a little bit upset about the rezoning issue, but once they're in the new school and they see that it's just as good as the school they came from, that kind of goes away, and so does some of that anxiety that comes with rezoning.
Sure. Now, Mike, you're still relatively new. You've been a superintendent for a little over a year now. What does your vision look like for the Frisco area and for the school district, and how are you going to look to help the families in that community?
Well, we still grow very rapidly. Our growth has slowed some, but we are still the fastest growing school district in the state of Texas.
Wow.
So that's clearly an issue that we're going to have to continue to deal with. We've also adopted a future-ready mantra in our school district, and basically all that means is that we're trying to prepare our students for what's next for them. We want to give them choices, we want to give them options, and we want to make sure they're prepared to move on beyond what schooling we provide for them, and if college is a thing for them or if a career is a thing for them. You know, we have a Career and Technology Center that offers 30 industry certifications, so kids can leave us and actually have a marketable skill and go to work right away if that's what they choose to do, or they can use that along with furthering their education. So we want to really prepare our kids for what's next for them.
Absolutely. And Nina, are you finding that your clients and people coming to you are really clamoring to get into this area because of these schools in the school district?
Yeah, one of the things that attracts a lot of buyers to Frisco is the Frisco ISD. A lot of times I get questions and they're interested in moving here. It's the ISD that brings them here. And so they're always wanting more information about it, wanting to know what's on the horizon for it. But I feel like it's one of those great elements that the city of Frisco offers that a lot of the residents of Frisco enjoys and potential buyers moving into the area.
Absolutely. Great schools are invaluable. Thank you both so much for being on The American Dream today. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And of course, we encourage our viewers to join our conversation online and on social media, and we will be right back with more of The American Dream.